Hey guys, I'm back today with a video about natural summertime moisturizers. Now I'm doing this video because personally during the summertime I do not like using lotions. I find that once I start sweating, the lotion kind of just starts slipping around and getting slimy even around like the backs of my knees. So I have found that oils are much better at being absorbed into the skin. To start off with, I'm going to go into something that is actually on my project pan list for the year. It is the Bath & Body Works Triple Silk Body Oil Mist. They don't sell this anymore. I got this at this semi-annual sale last summer. And what it is just a mix of fragrance and jojoba oil, I think it was. I used to have the label, but I lost it. But anyway, if you can see here, there's different layers in the oil. And what you do is you shake it up and then you spray it all over, and it really creates a really dry oil, which means it absorbs really quickly into the skin and it's not greasy at all. And of course, like all Bath & Body Works products, it's highly fragranced. This isn't natural, obviously. It has a ton of alcohol in it and other chemicals. And the reason I'm showing you this is because last summer I was trying to get through some of my body splashes that I've hoarded since I was about 14 years old. And what I did was I tried to mimic this product by using jojoba oil, which here, this is a Trader Joe's version. I added some jojoba oil to existing body splashes or body sprays or whatever you want to call it. And I just, every time I wanted to use it, I shook it up and I sprayed it, and it fragranced my skin and it gave me moisturization. This spray bottle in itself is really awesome. It creates a really delicate mist. It's almost like a sheer veil, and it goes on really evenly. But I guess the spray bottle that I was using when I did this last summer did not create such a nice fine mist, and I found that the jojoba oil was kind of like coming out in clots on my skin, so I had to really work it into my skin. But you know, that's the price you pay for doing something at home, something cheap, something, you know, cobbled together. Jojoba oil is a really popular oil used in skincare and all sorts of natural beauty products, probably because it is so well absorbed. Out of all the ones I've tried, from coconut oil, argan oil, rosehip seed oil, jojoba oil by far absorbs the best. I think sweet almond oil also really absorbs really well, but I haven't tried that one yet. So you can use this on its own as a conditioner for your skin out of the shower, or even on your face if you don't have too oily skin. I think it probably doesn't even really affect oily skin or clogged pores. It says here, this is a Trader Joe's version of jojoba oil. It's 100% pure jojoba oil, and it says a gentle oil useful for removing makeup, cleansing clogged pores, softening skin, and moisturizing. So it does claim to cleanse clogged pores. So supposedly jojoba oil is non-comedogenic, or however you pronounce that word. It says on the back here that it can also be used as a leave-in hair treatment or an aftershave moisturizer. If you've never used jojoba oil, it really doesn't have too much of a scent at all, so it shouldn't really interfere with anything else that you might be using. Or like I said, if you want to add it to a body splash that you own, it's perfectly fine. The next oil I want to talk about is the Monoi Tiki Tahiti oil. This is the Tiare scented one, but this brand creates a lot of different scents, including vanilla, plumeria, jasmine. What this is Monoi Tahiti, which is basically tiare flowers, which is Tahitian gardenia, soaked in coconut oil, and it's allowed to infuse into the coconut oil, so it's nicely scented. Nars Body Glow is basically the same thing as this Monoi Tiki Tahiti brand. It's coconut oil infused with tiare flowers. And this is 4 fluid ounces, and I got it for about $7, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than the Nars Body Glow. It serves the same exact purpose. You can use this as a body moisturizer after a shower or in your hair. I know a lot of people like to use this before they get a tan, but I personally wouldn't recommend that because it might burn you to a crisp. But I think coconut oil has some natural SPF properties to it, but don't quote me on that. Like all coconut oils, this does solidify when it gets cooler. This particular product solidifies under 68 degrees, so it doesn't always look like this. In fact, during the winter time, it's pretty much white and a solid waxy texture. This is made of coconut oil, tiare flower, fragrance, and vitamin E, so it's fairly natural. This one I find to be a little bit more velvety and luxurious in texture. I do find that this takes a while to absorb, and coconut oil in general I find does take a little longer to absorb, not like the jojoba oil. It is said that coconut oil stains clothing and furniture or anything it might come in contact with. I personally haven't found that to be a problem. But just in case, if you're gonna be doing a hair mask with coconut oil or something like this, wear clothes that you don't really care about or wear dark colored clothing. Another thing about coconut oil in general is that it's often used as an after sun treatment. You know, if you have a sunburn or your skin kind of hurts after the beach, it's supposed to be really soothing to the skin. And I actually read that if you apply a cold, wet cloth to your sunburn and then splash it with some apple cider vinegar, and then once that dries, apply some coconut oil to it, it just really takes the pain away from a sunburn. So coconut oil is really good for that. Another tip is if you have a sunburn, add some lavender essential oil to your coconut oil and then apply it directly to the skin, to the sunburned areas, because lavender oil is known to be soothing and it really helps speed up the healing process for sunburns. The last oil I do want to mention is Camellia Seed Oil or Camellia Oil. This is fairly new in terms of trendiness, I guess you could say. Boscia makes a beauty oil that's called Tsubuki, which is basically camellia oil. I think it's a Japanese word for camellia. Camellia flowers are popular in Japanese skincare. It's quite expensive here in the US, but I have found a couple of sites that sell it for a decent amount of money. Camellia seed oil is naturally quick to absorb, like jojoba oil. It's non-comedogenic and hypoallergenic, so it shouldn't clog any pores or anything like that. I have tried this very briefly. It does absorb quite quickly and it has absolutely no scent, so this is an ideal body oil. There are a number of high-end brands that have body oils. The Nuke's body oil uses camellia oil along with sweet almond oil. Origins has a body oil with ginger in it. You know, there are a lot of brands that make these body oils that are good for after sun or the summertime. And if you want to simplify things, these are all really great options. Just to focus on one or two ingredients, you can mix and match these oils to make your own body oils. Just make sure to stick to an oil that's relatively fast absorbing, because you do not want to be walking around glistening and like leaving oil stains everywhere you go, especially in the summertime. I hope this video was helpful for you and gave you some ideas about alternatives to your typical body lotion during the summertime. And if you have any questions about any of these oils, just let me know down below. And thanks again for watching as usual, and thank you for subscribing. I hope you have a fantastic day.